I wanted to look at my master's not as just a step in the pay scale, as some people just do. I wanted to find meaning and really get out of a program to better my practice and to better my teaching.
What I've learned at Moravian has really transformed me as a teacher. I feel like I've really grown on an individual class basis. Each class that I've taken just has really provided me with this knowledge base and this ability to transfer what I've learned in the class.
You know, my sister teaches at a school in Philadelphia, and she will often come to me with questions. Did you do this at Moravian? She's involved in a program in the Philadelphia area, and she's so impressed with what we're working on in the action research that she comes to me for guidance.
I knew that the program here was going to be intense, but I wanted intense.
But I'm not one to take the easy road.
I wanted to better myself, and so that's why I chose coming here to Moravian.
In taking, I guess, what some may perceive as a more difficult, more challenging road, I've grown as a better teacher, and I'm able to help my students more, I feel. I know my father in the business world, is seeing me in these classes and seeing the work that I do, I think has a greater respect for educators. Realizing that it's not just people who have their summers off, that we really work to improve our children's education.
So many times you focus on your students and you focus on your classroom and you forget to think about yourself as a teacher. And the program here has really gotten me to think of me and what I'm doing in the classroom and how what I'm doing is really impacting my students.
I definitely considered other programs because you hear from colleagues, oh, do this is easy. You can do 3 classes a semester, you can be done in 2 years, you can be done a year and a half. And that certainly sounds great. But I also knew that I wanted to do more for my students and more in my classroom. It wasn't necessarily just get the pay raise, but to learn. People are willing to work with you. It's not just the way it is. It's nice that people are willing to work with you and help you and know you. They know you. Your professors know you as students, as people also. There are many times when I go into my classroom and try something that we've talked about in class, and I'm like, wow, that works.
On my final round of assessments, it's like he just got it. And I thought, there it is. You know, it was just so magical to see what I was doing, like all these, you know, you do all these assessments and this stuff in the classroom, you learn how to do all these diagnostic tests. It doesn't mean it much when you're doing it with your colleagues. When you take it into your classroom and you really work with your students on it, and all of a sudden you see huge gains, that's a monumental moment.
It's not, you know, completing things online or responding to other people's posts. We're actually dialoguing and talking. Have you tried this? Have you ever done this? Or what do you do in this situation? Whether it's issues with administration or how things are run or curriculum, what would you do to fill this gap on your in your test scores? Or it's nice to have that community. I think primarily it's made me more of a reflective teacher. I'm always questioning and dialoguing, you know, with myself and with other colleagues. Is this the best practice? Can I do something better? And researching and knowing what's out there and just having that community of learners in my classes and with my professors to bounce ideas off of. It's opened my eyes to a whole array of other strategies and skills. But then also through my supervisory certification, I get a whole different perspective about teaching and learning from a leadership standpoint. I never would have imagined what leaders do until I started that practicum and really got firsthand experience.
And I remember the first time that I went to an open house, and Dr. Joe Shosh was there, told me all about the concept of action research, which was really, really intriguing to me. And I really wanted to try it. I felt like I was home when I was there. It was just such a warm environment and a beautiful campus, and I just felt like this was the right place to be.